Share the hardships and triumphs of 9 very special people who must overcome great odds every day just to be themselves. Who parks in those spaces? Monday at 8:30 p.m. on 5.
A man has wide shoulders and a deep chest.
A man never writes thank you notes.
A woman is a good time in the back of my friend's Ford.
A man pays the check, usually.
A woman knows where everything is in the house.
A man leaves the toilet seat up.
A man carves the turkey.
A disability is the deprivation of strength or power for a man or a woman.
They've asked us all to be here. The subject is profound.
I guess they thought we had the same disease.
Now you're getting cranky, but you really must admit there are some striking similarities around the knees.
But as I look around the room, I'm skeptical at best. What could make them think that I'm like all the rest?
What have we got in common? Not a lot. What have we got? What have we got?
I'm black.
I'm white.
I'm blue.
And I am not.
Did it ever happen to you that you rolled into a wall?
I'd like to tell you yes, but if I did, I can't recall.
What have we got in common? Not a lot. What have we got? What have we got?
I'm coarse.
Refined.
I'm pure.
And I am not.
In the special school, I asked about the birds and bees. They told me about Oreos and chickadees.
I learned by trial and error. Informally, I mean, I made it with the girl across the street at 17.
What have we got? What have we got? I'm married,
Single.
spoken for.
I'm not.
Did someone call you drunk when you never touched a drop?
Someone called me drunk, but that was after several scotch. What have we got in common? Not a lot. But everybody thinks that we're the same.
If there's a quad in Kalamazoo, I'm supposed to know his name.
Although the prospect's dismal, we'll give it our best shot.
To further peace and love
And harmony.
and harmony.
But if pressed to our conclusion,
If you put us on the spot, what have we got in common? What have we got in common? What have we got in common?
not a lot.
tissue rolls out to 1,000 sheets, so it lasts longer to save you money.
Roll on.
Scott Tissue, Scott Towels, Scotty, Scott Economy Pack Napkins. The Scott Value products go a long way and save you money.
Roll on and on.
Take a gamble on Yahtzee, there's a million ways to play. Play it in pairs in the night or in the day.
Play it with a full house.
Play it with an ace.
Bet you can't play it with a poker face.
Take a gamble on Yahtzee, there's a million ways to play. Play it red, mother, she'll beat you anyway.
Play it to win.
Or just play it straight.
With three of a kind, even play it on a date.
Just take your chances and play your dice nice.
If you can say it, you can play it. Who says gambling is a vice? Take a gamble on Yahtzee.
Yahtzee, triple Yahtzee, and word Yahtzee from Milton Bradley.
Here's the sound of a cold or allergy. Now listen to the new sound of relief. Dimetap was the #1 cold and allergy brand prescribed by doctors for over 20 years. Now Dimetap is available in new non-prescription formulas. 12-hour Dimetap Extend tabs relieve sneezing, stuffy runny nose, itchy eyes. 4-hour Dimetap Elixir does the same for children. Dimetap brings effective relief to you.
This is the time to do something special for yourself with a special offer from Estee Lauder, the Collector's Color Box. 12 take-along shades to go everywhere. A blusher compact, even interchangeable eyeshadows, all in a reusable tray. This $95 value is just $20 with any Estee Lauder fragrance purchase. And best of all is how special it makes you feel. Estee Lauder's special holiday offer is yours now at Hanes.
Unfaithful legend, baby, what you do to me.
Hey, did we just have a commercial?
Yeah. Hey, you never see one of us on a commercial.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a disabled person brush their teeth on a commercial?
Or fall in love over a breath mint.
I call men to come over for Harvey's Bristol cream.
Not on television, you wouldn't.
Why not?
My name is Jessica. I hate plastic ketchup dispensers. I love the Stones. But when it comes to jeans, nothing comes between me and my Calvins. Except my braces.
Wow. You know, all the perfect people in commercials really bum me out.
That's all that bums you out? What about the really important things to get angry about? Like running out of dental floss.
Or somebody stealing your crutches.
I hate being put on hold.
I don't mind being on hold. It's the elevator music.
Whoa, hey, it sounds like we're getting a little negative here, folks.
We're just talking about things that bug us.
Talk isn't enough. You gotta do something. Rebel. Remember, if you're born a cripple, you're born a rebel.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I wasn't born disabled. I was born to play basketball. I was on my way to the pros, too. Then, wham, I got a bullet with somebody else's name on it.
Oh, bye-bye basketball.
No way. In college, I took regular PE. The team thought, what's he going to do? Then I beat them all in free throws and line drills. I love basketball.
All right. What else do you guys like?
Baseball's my game. In the 7th grade, the coach didn't think I could play ball. You know what? I made the all-star team.
Tried to prove you were super, Gimp, huh?
I wasn't trying to prove anything. I just like playing ball.
I like it when I really turn somebody on.
Toujours d'amour. So what about you, Vicky?
Things I like or that make me happy? Easy. My mom's support.
What?
When I was in junior high, I just knew that the only thing keeping me from being like everybody else was high heels. Ooh, I wanted high-heeled shoes so bad. But because of the polio, one of my feet's 3 inches shorter than the other. So I went to my mom, and she figured out a way. She had shoes custom-made, black patent leather with little T-straps to hold them on, and 2-inch heels. Oh, I thought they were beautiful and very sexy. I wore them to my 8th grade graduation. One walk down that long marble aisle was enough. Those shoes were more disabling than the disability ever was.
That's what's called the old try and pass game.
Yeah, trying to make the straight world think we're just like them. Passing.
Passing was pretty easy for me. I could keep my hand in my pocket. Then one day I had to take a typing test for a job. So they put me in this little room with a timer. I said thank you, waited for them to leave, and then I went to work with my one hand. When somebody came by the window, I would put up my other hand and fake two-handed typing. When I was out on jobs and someone would come by, I would casually drop things or take a break. Then when they left, I'd have to type like a bandit to make up for lost time. The ironic thing is, they kept asking me back because I was faster than everyone else they had. I really don't type that fast. It had to be an illusion.
I was playing Polonius in Hamlet once. I play a lot of old men. Anyway, I was wearing a white wig and a blue brocade costume, and I didn't try to hide that I was disabled. Backstage after the show, I was standing against a wall, and this woman came over to me and said, "I really loved your performance, especially the choice of a limp for the character. It just made it so real." I thanked her and limped away.
You know, it was different for me. I can't pass. You know, I work construction. I mean, it's always been a battle for me to convince them to hire me. But if they do give me a trial period, I'll take a gamble and use a piece of equipment even if I'm not too familiar with it. Then while the other guys are complaining, this is a man's job, not a crippled, I'm climbing in trees, hanging on with my nub and pruning with a chainsaw.
Whoa. One Halloween, I don't know what got into me, but I decided to try not passing. I wore my high school gym suit, which had short shorts, to a party. First time in public. Boy, I was ready to dance. I didn't even care if no one asked me. It was really interesting. I laughed and I talked and I met all these really great guys. You explain it.
That's easy. It was sex.
Well, I was confused.
Sex? Confusing?
You didn't go to the rec center for disabled teens that I went to.
Oh,
no.
The social worker there had two famous phrases. All disabled children need a sturdy pair of shoes, and all disabled people are fast, meaning oversexed. And when one phrase came after the next, I started to get real confused about shoes and sex.
Well, try to think of it this way. Shoes go on your feet and sex doesn't.
For me, it was a girl named Andrea. I was walking through Safeways, feeling decadent and looking worse, when I saw the most beautiful girl standing over the Sara Lee counter. You know, peaches and cream complexion, pigtails, just beautiful. Complete opposite of me. Anyways, I cruised around that store trying to act casual till I bumped into her again. She got nervous and ran off to the checkout counter, but she kept looking over her shoulder, so I knew I had her. Finally, I walked up to her and I said, "Hey, do you like rock and roll?" And she said, "Yeah." You know, I just can't live without a little affection that leaves me no doubt. A little affection. Oh, come on, baby, we can work it out. Oh, I said, work it, baby. Yeah, you know, work that thing all night long. I can't do you wrong.
Jordache Prints. Jordache Prints.
I say you're working harder with your cleanser than you would with Comet.
I don't think so.
Let's prove it.
Okay.
All right?
I'm willing.
Let's test it together on a tough, greasy food stain. 10, 11, stop.
How about that? My cleanser didn't do anything, and the Comet did. Remove the stain. Good thing I didn't bet you. Ah.
The gold one. Let's give it a shot. We'll give it another 12. What happened?
Well, it cleaned a little bit, but it didn't remove it. This one had 24 strokes on 2 different cleansers, and it did not do the job that Comet did.
Comet puts more power behind every stroke.
Love's introduces Baby Pants, the diaper with a comfort waistband.
Baby pants. You've got Love's comfy little baby pants. No other diaper really stands a chance. Baby pants.
Love's new comfort waistband waistband moves with your baby, so it fits at the waist better than plain old diapers.
Hallelujah, love sure has started something.
And Love's new comfort waistband stops leaking better than ever before.
Love sure has started something, baby pants.
New Love's, the diaper with a comfort waistband.
It fits just like a glove. That's why I fell in love with Love's new comfy baby pants.
You know, in this city, it is getting harder and harder to separate show business from the news business. Excuse me. But not at Channel 5's 10 o'clock news. Because there, the star of the news is the news. And the newscasters who deliver it to you are the same ones who write it. Well, sure, it's great giving autographs, of course, but, you know, I'd rather give you the facts.
John Roland.
Hi.
John Roland. And the Channel 5 10 o'clock news. We give it to you straight.
Sex. What? We're going to talk about sex?
Yeah.
It was rough for me to deal with sex at all for a long time, which is ironic now, since the times I feel most comfortable and graceful are in a pool or in bed.
You should get a waterbed.
I met this girl in a bar. She thought I was stuck up and aloof. I mean, hell, I was just shy. Now she's my wife.
I had been attracted to Bill for a long time. Finally, one night, we got together. It was my first time. Never saw or heard from Bill after that, and I'm not sure which part of me was rejected, the disability or the woman.
Maybe if I used both hands, she'd fall in love with me.
If I could only walk around, they'd see all I can be.
Maybe if I wear my coat just so, she won't even know. How am I supposed to act? Who am I supposed to be? Who's that great imposter going under the name of me?
How am I supposed to lose?
How am I supposed to lose?
Who will he expect to be?
Who will she expect? Someone give me lessons quickly. Tell me what a man should be. What's a man supposed to do? Just take the ball and run. But what am I running from? And where am I running to? When we all turn out the light, who is waiting there inside? Is it the one we're dying to show and trying so hard to hide?
What a woman has to do to be what a man dreams.
Am I the way I seem? And who must I be for me?
Must I be? If we take each other's hands, maybe we can find a way to look into each other's eyes and say, you don't have to change at all. I like you this way.
Relationships, that's what it's all about.
I agree. My relationship with my wife is the most important thing in the world to me. We lived together for 3 years before we were married, and the first fight we had was over the wedding.
I had my first taste of puppy love with this pretty little girl named Denise. She protested like any good little Baptist girl should, but Still, she let me steal her kisses.
That's what's known as man talk. But I'm a Latin woman. I wasn't even supposed to know about sex until after marriage.
And being a disabled woman to boot.
Well, I met a woman once who had exactly the same disability as me. She wasn't even pretty, and she was living with a man. So much for that excuse, Vicky.
Sometimes I wish for a husband and children. But it's my friends that really count. I know it might sound corny, but my friends are my family.
Friends and attendants.
Attendants are the people who get those of us who need it up and around.
But oh, the red tape it takes to keep them.
How much red tape can it take?
Well, when you're disabled, the only time you run into red tape is if you want to work, get married, eat, or sleep. Whereas Title 20 of the Social Security Act provides for in-home supportive care, attendance. And Title 19 of the Social Security Act provides for institutional placements, nursing homes. Because they're shifting monies, they're also shifting me. To find my new address, read Assembly Bill 23. I'm moving. They just passed legislation, so I'm moving. They just passed a bill. They amended an amendment, and what that simply means, it's time to box the dishes up and pack all my jeans. I'm moving. I lived on IHSS, booing. I lived on SSI. My social worker called me up and she gave me the scoop. I'm moving to a new neck of the alphabet soup. I'll miss you. Bye-bye. But you know that's life on paper. I really like living here just fine. I lived in a box on line 39. And my door was always open. I detached the dotted line. I really hate to leave you all, 'cause living here was cheap. But I'm moving today from Title 20 to Title 19.
Bye-bye.
You know, the system keeps us so damn dependent.
Dependent? My biggest shock was when my attendant told me she got married, was moving out the next day. I'd never lived alone before. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. But I called the Independent Living Center. And by the end of the day, my bed and my toilet had been raised to the same level as my wheelchair. And I had a one-handed can opener. My first day alone, I came home from work tired, hungry. I opened up a can of tuna, a can of peas. Not exactly gourmet, but to me, it tasted like independence.
The day I knew I was emotionally capable of living on my own was the day I learned I wasn't a tower of strength. And I needed people, just like everyone else.
I sure do. Otherwise, I'd go through life with one shirt sleeve unbuttoned.
The first thing that I ever learned was how to fall down. The second was how to get back up. Once you learn how to do that physically, it's very easy to do the same thing emotionally.
I used to shy away from telling people what I needed from them. Now I figure it's nicer to come out with it.
I always thought that if I showed anger, I scare people away.
Non-disabled people get angry, and it doesn't make them hermits or ingrates.
I used to hope Prince Charming would come along and rescue me, but not anymore.
I used to shy away from taking control because I wanted everybody to like me. But I'm changing. I'm trusting myself more.
I'm changing, too.
Oh.
I used to shy away from wearing short-sleeve shirts.
Oh.
Now I wear a straitjacket and nobody says anything.
Hey, man, in this life, anything is possible. Trips to the moon, bionics, MTV.
Yeah. What if you could have bionics? What if they offered you spanking new artificial parts?
Nope. I intend to learn to levitate. So for me, bionics would be totally useless.
Me neither, no way. I mean, I'd like to set an example for the kids that have a disability. I'd take them.
It's very disappointing for me when I do a musical, and they put me in the back row because I can't do "Let's go on with the show" with both arms.
I'm so vain that I wouldn't want bionics if I couldn't look as sensuous walking as I do in my wheelchair.
If I could dance, if I could train as a professional dancer, yeah, I'd take bionics.
Not me. I like the pain I get from building my muscles and knowing that they're my parts.
Right now, I'm really working hard on getting to know myself. If suddenly I became able-bodied, maybe I wouldn't know me anymore.
I would choose bionics to be released from physical pain, to say, enough already, I paid my dues.
I'd really be tempted, because I do miss being able-bodied. I miss the things you can do. And there are the social barriers. And it's such a drag to have to be inspiring all the time. I'm not a concept. I'm a woman.
A woman is beautiful and smells good.
A man is beautiful and smells good.
A man goes to work in a suit.
So does a woman.
What have we got in common? Not a lot.
But wait a minute, Barry, you forgot. While I was passing, you were passing too.
That doesn't mean I know the quad who lives in Kalamazoo.
Although we're all unique, we share a lot of living too.
I guess we're not that different after all.
We've got a lot in common, and we're glad we've got it too. But what we share with you and you.
And you.
Make Genovese your store for the holidays.
Genovese has a huge selection of high-quality gifts, all at great value prices. Like the Wilkinson Sword Self-Sharpening Knife. Every time you remove it from the protective case, the built-in sharpener sharpens the stainless steel blade. The Wilkinson Sword Self-Sharpening Knife. From Wilkinson Sword at Genovese now.
Gifts, gifts, gifts. Make Genovese your store for the holidays.
Recently, a position for a radio personality opened up here on 66 WNBC. Rest assured, whoever we bring in will complement the warmth and charm of Imus in the morning.
Yeah, and that means no twerp-faced yuppies.
And blend with the sophisticated wit of Soupy sales.
No wimps, no weirdos, no wackos.
There's only one place for people like us, 66 WNBC.
No bozos, no weasels, no slugs.
He's right.
Crystal Dark for juices. Crystal Dark on the rocks. Crystal Dark for strawberries. Crystal Dark for champagne. Crystal Dark for jelly beans or for when you're thirsty. Whatever you put in it, Crystal Dark is for beauty. And best of all, it's surprisingly affordable. Crystal Dark, French lead crystal.
Hello, I'm looking for some lightweight, soft-sided luggage.
May I point out features that should be checked carefully, like the zipper, the handle?
Very sturdy.
Now look at the construction. Of course, the wheel should operate smoothly.
I'll take the Samsonite.
Excellent.
Or just look for this feature, and you'll be assured it has all the others.